Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? Yo, his palms this way, knees weak, arms.
I lied to you. I told you I was going to tell you 2 stories. I told you one. It's because I'm hungry. Here we go. Yesterday, walk down to the subway, like I always do. Walk up the 4 flights of stairs to get to my train. Sit down on the bench because my heart, about to bump out my chest. It's terrible. I'm still not used to all those stairs. I can do it in less time, and my legs don't get as tired, but my heart is still like, Lord have mercy, what is happening? I don't like it, and I don't understand. I'll be all right eventually. Anyway, I sit down on the bench. This little man comes shuffling in right after. I'm like, who's doing one of these? Which doesn't bother me. I'm used to people giving me a double, triple, quadruple take. They're like, oh, who this? Y'all see this? Y'all see her? Look, oh, she different. Who is that? Like, I'm used to the looks. You know what I mean? I'm in a place where mostly Asian people live, and I don't live in Itaewon, which is where most of the foreigners live. I don't live in Seoul, which is where most of the foreigners live. So again, I've seen 3 faces that are my complexion or darker in a month and some, okay? 3 faces. And 2 of them I saw this week. And one was a dude I saw like 2 weeks ago, and brother man might have been lost on the train. I'm not really sure. I'm really not sure. I don't know. Anyway, the little man keeps looking at me, and he's muttering something to himself. And I'm just like, whatever. He's probably like, wow, I didn't realize that the foreigners came out this far. Whatever. Little man shuffles up to me, and he says, what, your country? Oh, no. Where you from? Where you from? And I smile very politely at the man, and I say, 저는 미국 사람입니다. I am American. I'm an American person. And he looks at me and he goes, oh, not Africa? 미국 사람. Oh. And then he says in Korean, you speak English? Yes. And then he says, oh, you speak Korean? I guess he forgot that I told him where I came from in Korean. Or maybe he was just testing me. Maybe he thought the only thing I knew how to say was, I am American. I don't know. Because then he asked if I spoke English. Yeah. But I understood what you said. You said it in Korean. Little man. I guess he was just shocked by the whole thing. Like, I see this bitch right here. She dark. I mean, I'm not like dark, but he was probably thinking, this bitch is dark. She gonna tell me she's American? This is African right here. Mind you, when my dad did his DNA, the majority of his DNA came up from Northern Africa, specifically Algeria. I understand that. I see my face every day. I know I'm black. I know that in the U.S. they call it African American. But I was born in Arizona. My family lives in Arizona. My dad was born in Arizona. My mom was born in Oklahoma. Yeah, they're American. I'm American. Yeah, that's American. I'm sure of it. I'm very sure of it. It says it on my passport. It says it on my birth certificate. It's where I grew up. Didn't have to get any papers to be there. My Korean alien registration card says I'm American. So yeah, pretty sure. But this little man was just shocked not shocked in a bad way, but he was like, no, like he was expecting me to tell him I was African, I guess. And it's not that that's a bad thing. There's a lot of South African teachers here. And apparently there's a lot of African engineers and Indian engineers in the area also. So he was just expecting to hear the name of an African country. And when he didn't, he was like, you sure? Bruh, I'm sure. But he was very kind about it. He just got an answer he didn't expect. So train comes. We get on the train. I sit down. I'm still listening to my music because I put my earbuds back in. I'm, reading and stuff like that. And he's sitting across from me on the train. And he kind of has this look on his face like, this girl is all by herself. Ain't that a shame? Well, I'll make sure that while she's on the train, nobody bothers her. Like, some shady character comes by, I'm gonna handle business. Grandpa was like 90, and he was old. He was so old. But he sat down with that look on his face, like if somebody came at me sideways, he was gonna get up and somebody was getting a drop kick. Like he would magically find strength and flexibility of his youth. So I just kind of chuckled to myself a little bit, like, okay, Grandpa, that's cute. Thank you. And then I get off like one stop later because I have a very quick subway ride. Let me tell you, when I got off the subway, he stood up, kind of bowed, and I bowed, very politely and deeply to him. He went and sat in another car. First, he's going to tell me where I'm from, and then after that, he was like, let me just sit here for a minute, make sure nothing happens to you while you're on this train. Okay, thanks, I appreciate it, but I could probably handle it better than he could. But who knows, you know what, he could be the ultimate drunken master. I don't know. He could have said something that made whomever was coming at me sideways shrivel up and slither away. I don't know. But I just thought it was very funny. It was kind of cute. I told my boss about it, and she was like, "Oh my God, really? Oh, I'm so sorry." She always apologizes. And I'm like, "No, Sue, don't apologize. It didn't bother me. Maybe it should have bothered me. I don't know. I just let it roll off my back. It really wasn't a big deal. Because like I said, where I live, if I count my face, I done seen 4 black people since the 30th of August. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So when people see me and they're like, huh? And they do a double take, okay, whatever. Look at the hair I'm rocking all the time, I have my American style of clothes, I guess you would say. So I can understand how it's different, and they just want to take a look again, like, what is that? Sometimes they take a look like, isn't that a tasty pork chop? Nibble, nibble, nibble. Because I can feel the heat from the eyeballs when they're looking at me like I'm a tasty pork chop. I walk a little faster when that happens because I don't want to, no nibble, nibble, nibble. And if you get on the train where I am, I will move. And if you keep moving, best believe I get off at the next stop and I will wait for another train. It's only happened once, and that hasn't been in this past month. That was a previous trip to Seoul when that happened. But yeah, so that's that. And now I'm really gonna finish my rice and my kimchi and put on my pajamas and go to sleep because it's almost 11. I've been up since 6:30. I look like I lost at Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So, and I need to fix this before I go to bed. I would like to be in the bed sleeping very deeply before 12:30. So, yeah. And see y'all in a week.